Picks and bans, let's go! Game 2 of LC versus Dignitas. LC up 1-0, which will put them at 11-14 for the season. Dignitas coming into this one, well, they've now slipped to 8-17.
I don't think we'll see them prioritize the Thor as much as they did last time. That was also a thing, right? Picks and bans. They gave London Conspiracy Khepri and Wukong for a Thor.
Is that the wrong play, do you feel?
Yes. I think that's a lack of God pool. I think FrostiaK, his Thor is top notch. It's one of the best in Europe, and when he's on, he does great. But the fact that Dignitas seems to rely so much on that Thor when Khepri or Wukong are up, it leads me to believe that he's not finding success on other junglers. I could be wrong, though. Well,
this time around, though, it's going to be Dignitas with second pick here as well, Adonis. So they won't be able to prioritize that Thor first pick, which means they may be able to find something too. But what do they want to leave available for LC to potentially take away?
Dignitas here, are they going to ban away the Janus or Khepri? For me, I would take away Khepri here. It was so disgustingly strong. Yeah, and they are having none of EmilZy's Khepri. It was so good, so many plays, and it's not even just the Scarab's Blessing. It's the fact that that Rising Dawn cooldown is on 10 seconds. The second you get max CDR, it's up every 6 seconds, and it lasts for 3 seconds, which means every 6 seconds you have 3 seconds of 40% damage reduction.
Once again, Ren's targeted with that Freya ban there, but Janus has been left on the table, as has Sun Wukong.
So Ren's had a very respectable game, though.
So Conspiracy choose Sun Wukong over Janus here.
So they're giving a lot of respect here, it seems, to Zashu, or a lot of comfort to him more than anything. I do expect Janus to be picked up for ShadowNightmare. It's one of, if not his best god. They're also going to be going FrezzOO onto that Athena, and yeah, there's the Janus. I love this pick for ShadowNightmare.
Yeah, but he's not had much chance to play it this season, though, just because of how many times he's been banned out against both teams. But he's got a 53% win ratio, does Janus, when he does get picked. You can see the pick and ban rate there quite high as well. Thor also locked in once again.
I like this.
The highest, most played god, and Nox alongside
also, barring Epsilon's strategy here of this Nox Thor combo, insane burst potential. They also have a very safe solo laner in Sun Wukong. More importantly, though, they take away the third global potential from Dignitas. Dignitas were very good at utilizing Thor ult and Athena ult last game. Not executing it, but utilizing it.
So where do you expect to see the jungler go for Dignitas? FrostiaK, we've seen him on a Ratatoskr a little bit this season. He's started to fall out of flavor a little bit in terms of what a lot of people appear. He's had a little bit of success on Batz as well.
Batz could work for this team here. I don't know if they're going to go it straight away. It might be looking for the counter pick, but they still need their solo laner as well. Dignitas looking for their final ban. Could look to ban out a Hunter that Rens doesn't really want to deal with. Yeah, so they're going to take away the Neath, leaving London Conspiracy with one less Hunter.
Well, also they take away that Hou Yi from Shaggyshenk as well. They get a priority pick for Rens this time around, what he wants to play, instead of being left to a little bit later. Banford London Conspiracy here, probably going to be looking for the solo laner more than likely, or a potential jungle ban with a Batz. No, they're going to focus on solo lane.
That is a anti-variety pick. He's one of the few players who is still running tier in the Smite Pro League. Snakeskin was one of the other, although he subbed in earlier in the split. I believe, was it for London Conspiracy?
I believe it was.
Yeah.
But Maniac has played it as well. We've seen it a couple of times out of EU. He's starting to
Maniac had a real disgusting 1v2 under his own tower. He turned it around. That was pleasant to watch.
Well, we were right. It's going to be Batz in the jungle there for Dignitas to continue their composition. Conspiracy, though, they're looking for probably a Hunter and a Guardian here, unless we see Sun Wukong go into that support role.
Rom's still available, if that's what Shaggy wants to go. But a lot of times we will see him actually play Ullr. Him and Zatman really love this god. It has a lot of outplay potential. And yeah, straight into the Ullr. This is... When it comes down to there's no clear Hunter that I want either for the team or for the 1v1 matchup, he almost always defaults to the Ullr. There's so much outplay potential in this god. Attack speed, lifesteal on his passive, a lot of burst combo with his abilities, and just physical power steroid as well.
Yeah, so Sylvanus and Ullr in the same lane together. Going to be very, very poke-heavy. Hou Yi, a little bit lackluster on the wave clear, as is Athena, so that push power should be available for Conspiracy there. Raw going to be the final pick there for Team Dignitas. More than likely over to Variety, but to be fair, though, we've actually seen both of these switch this around, I believe.
This is OG Variety, though. I don't think they've picked both these up at the same time. Variety used to, I wouldn't say exclusively run Raw, but he used to be a lot like Maniac, where he ran a lot of healers back in Season 1 when he was on Coast.
Afro and Raw were two of his go-tos. They're going to give ShadowNightmare the Janus here, and Variety will take that Raw up against the Sun Wukong. So that lane, for the most part, should be free farm for both.
Yeah, it's going to be free farm. As long as Variety doesn't take too much poke. There's more kill potential on the Sun Wukong if he can gain an early game push advantage, but the Sun Wukong needs to be a little bit careful about taking too much poke. And Zashu, it seems like he wants to be pretty aggressive in this lane. He actually has a red pot and 3 health potions.
3 health potions. Yep. I mean, that's what he wants to do, though, is try and punish Variety early on. Because if Variety started off with an early ward, probably going to go and place that nice and early to see if there's any invade coming out. And keep it on the rotations as well from the boys of Conspiracy. Conspiracy up 1-0 in this game. And how's mid lane going to play here? Because it's Nox versus Janus. We're not seeing this too much in the SPL.
I mean, Nox actually has a lot of strengths against the Janus. You could silence him out. You can cripple him as well. Yep.
The root
probably him in place
because they can't. Actually, yeah, I didn't really think about that. The cripple on the 2 as well. Means
when it was a root, if you actually rooted him in front of the portal, he actually would have been able to go through the portal.
True.
But if you do it right before he enters it, because what happens with Janus portals, you just kind of need to be in the area and it sucks you in. But if you're crippled, even if you're close to it, you're not going through the portal.
Very interesting matchup this will be then between the two. Maybe this is one of the things to be able to deal with the strength of Janus and the fact that he's so prominently picked and banned pretty much every game. As you can see, the burst power coming out from Dignitas there with that whole Yi at the beginning of the game will allow ShadowNightmare to get there a little bit quicker than the boy of Aero, but evenly in terms of wave clear at the start of this game.
I expect Aero to be a little bit pushed out here in the early advantage to go to Dignitas on these right-hand side Harpies. A rotation is coming in from both the junglers, though.
Yeah, Ra and Batz, bit of a quicker rotation there in Dignitas' side. They're going to get the right-hand Harpies nice and early.
I like this.
And Conspiracy wisely going for the lefts.
EmilZy missing the pull, but more importantly, FrezzOO with a really nice juke there.
Just realizing the pull was attempted from EmilZy there. So Harpies end up getting shared between the two teams. Conspiracy, they're going to have a wave to deal with in the mid lane. Need to be careful about the aggression that may come out from Dignitas there. And nice use of abilities from Conspiracy to escape the portal.
That portal came out. There's just a slight delay where you won't get dropped down. Aero dashes through there, and Cherryo stops in place, backs up, and hammers over.
Pressure on the left-hand side from Conspiracy, though, pushing this whole wave into the tower. We expected this under the situation, but a lot of burst on Frezzy.
He's dead.
No, I don't think he is. Oh, yes, he is now. The axe hit him in the back of the head.
That axe.
Hey. Well, he has on the occasion, but if he didn't,
he's going to miss the next one, and I'm going to be.
That's what I'm saying. Be careful what you say. Well, I mean, Shaggyshenk there did hit the axe in the back of his head. There was no escape in First Blood to London Conspiracy. Good start for them this time. No early kill for Dignitas.
FrezzOO just taking a little bit too much poke, and then a really nice CC chain from London Conspiracy to abuse that. We haven't seen Sylvanus in such a long time, and that's because a lot of teams understand that you can abuse Sylvanus pretty easily. He doesn't have a lot of mobility. He's tanky and he has some kits to heal himself and slow players down, but a lot of it was that Sylvanuses were just getting picked and getting so far behind. However, the push power on Sylvanus, still there.
Still there, indeed. Zashu going aggressive against Variety here, keeping him busy. A little bit low in terms of health at the moment.
Oh, the dash is down. He's not 5 either.
Too. Yeah, FrostiaK on his way over.
He just hits 5.
Hits 5
that happened in game 1 too, where he got ganked at level 4, just barely hit 5 and was able to escape.
And that actually it was a quicker rotation from FrostiaK this time. He wasn't 5 this time though, which could have made an impact because you can get the Fear No Evil off before Zashu can actually get into this cloud form. You'll find the kill because no beads.
FrostiaK just hits level 5. I don't think he's going to teleport here. That might be a little bit too risky. Yeah, no.
Aero
what if he did, though? What if he just
all in?
Just all did.
I mean, what you'll see is Aero probably throw out a silence after he gets out the Fear No Evil. He probably would have lived there. Jump inside. He could have jumped inside Thor as well.
Would have been interesting.
Jumped inside for the safety.
Cherryo taking a trip over to this solo lane, but just in time for Variety to back. Looks like he's invading, too. Cherryo looking for back. No, he's just going to back.
He's just going to back there. He's just looking to see around if there's any wards. And he'll actually get blue buff timer off that as well, just to see when he comes up. He should know a rough idea of when that was going to come up.
For now, a little bit of a slow-paced games. I'd say for these mid laners, neither of them really want to force the issue. It's just been London Conspiracy controlling this dual lane for now. A lot of it for me is that you really want to see your jungler come over and gank the dual lane when you're losing a lot of pressure, but it's very hard against a Thor. Counter engages are so possible.
They are indeed, and that's why you can see
Right-hand
right side though. Pressure onto Zashu once again. They know his cloud is down. Janus may look for a rotation here from mid lane, but Zashu's still
dead.
under pressure. No, Thor is on the way over as well. Through space and time comes off. The portal usage from FrostiaK there. Don't know if it was intentional, but it gets him out of trouble from Cherryo continuing to chase.
FrostiaK going to get out of that one, and a nice return kill from Dignitas to lock down Zashu. I'm not sure when Zashu used his ultimate. I guess it was still on cooldown for the first time he used it,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. I think that was a big key there. They used it the first time, and then FrostiaK had ultimate available, came back over for a second time, and punished that solo laner. So this time around, they do find the pick onto Zashu.
Nice play from them. Luna Conspiracy. EmilZy trying to steal away these mid camps. Who's it going to go to? It looks like FrezzOO leveled up.
FrezzOO got
so
at
he was
least
able
one.
to get at least one of them.
Yeah, definitely. The pull didn't land either, so EmilZy going to rotate back to mid lane and continue farming up. Cherryo over here against Variety, trying to farm up some of these minions that were left askew, but maybe Variety overextended a little bit here.
Double tap does a lot of damage, but Zashu not in place to follow up.
Well, he is maxing the double tap as well here, Cherryo, so Berserker Barrage not going to do as much, but if he can find good double taps, he can burst some of the squishier targets in the moment.
I like double tap, especially against an Athena, leveling the Mjolnir's a 2-min-up, because there's a lot of abilities on Dignitas that can cancel out Berserker's Barrage. So most notably, he's just looking for the poke. He's not looking to all-in dive. He just wants to throw out the Tectonic Rift, double tap Hammer, get someone under half life, and then maybe look to re-engage after that if his team can follow up.
So the moment, all square, but London Conspiracy, I feel, have a small lead because of the first blood. Let's just check in with the experience in gold here and see if there is a big difference between the two teams. Because at the moment, it looks like there's a gold lead of around 400 in favor of Conspiracy.
It looks like about that.
Experience-wise, it looks around even, I guess.
Most notably, probably FrezzOO falling a little bit behind here. Variety, though, has a lead in his lane, so it's more than likely dead even.
For the time being, between the two teams. What are we waiting for? That's the question, because it's been a bit of a slower pace game than the last one. We saw a lot of invasions coming out from Dignitas when they were on the Order side, but Conspiracy here, they seem to be being a little bit more patient this time round.
For me, I mean, Luna Conspiracy, I'd say, was more patient in game one. They were very defensive. They knew they had the better late game. I think these teams are pretty evenly matched, and a lot of it's going to come down to individual play or positioning or how to execute, really, your team competition. Both teams recognize that, and neither of them want to make any early game mistakes. They'll look for picks when they can, but they're not going to force fights unless they know they can win.
Axe comes out from Shaggyshenk,
Like
blinking, and a great aggression from the boys in the duo lane. And EmilZy ends up with the kill, but they're not going to be upset about that mid lane. Taunt and portal on to Cherryo. He took a lot of poke damage, tries to return it with a double tap.
I'm surprised he just used his hammer there.
Oh,
yeah,
nice
Cherryo.
play from FrostiaK. He's going to find the kill. Can he get out as well? Yes!
Wow.
What a play by Dig.
I'm really surprised he used his hammer there. FrezzOO going to juke out the Shadow Lock and probably save his own life. It would have been close, especially with Zashu rotating in.
EmilZy with the support of Zashu. Zashu's going to get taught into a bad spot. He can't use his cloud just yet, and he's going to get bursted by FrostiaK's overhand smash to make it 3-2.
Two individual mistakes. You know, last game I'd say it was Dignitas making the mistakes, but Luna Conspiracy dropping the ball on that one. Cherryo throwing out his hammer, not aware of where FrostiaK was in the jungle. He just walks up in front of him, locks him down, and then Zashu not expecting taunt up from an Athena, I'm assuming. Maybe that was a call from the team where they thought the taunt was down.
Well, Frezzy taunted both those two targets where they found the kills on, which really set them up for those both kills. You're going to get right-hand harpies as well. Left ones due to spawn soon. They know they're available because Frezzy did manage to sneak one away last time round. And Aero may have to be a little bit careful on this side of the map, but Cherryo's in mid, does have his ultimate available, can support if required.
Aero looks like he's trying to contest these 1v3. Cherryo not going to find the ult there.
I think Cherryo got
EmilZy backing off as well. You can really see Luna Conspiracy not wanting to commit to that fight.
There's a ward in mid lane as well, which is just giving away positioning of where Cherryo was.
EmilZy's here.
EmilZy swinging around the back, going to look for an opportunity. Doesn't have Blink online right now. Does get a good ultimate off into Frezzy, which is going to cancel out preemptive strike. The burst is huge, and Aero will secure the kill. An immediate disengage.
FrostiaK, no ult. Looked like he wanted to fight there. Shaggyshenk has made the rotation as well, but he's going to be falling back. Zashu, Luna Conspiracy as a whole team doing a great job of rotating. Shaggyshenk was there first, and then you could see Zashu was a little bit ahead of Variety.
Bit of poke over the wall from Variety there. Paul comes out, forces the beads on Cherryo, and Cherryo would have been dead then, but FrostiaK's in trouble with the Fear No Evil then. He does find a killer. ShadowNightmare with the through space and time, snipes down Cherryo. EmilZy up against the wall will fall down as well, and I don't know how FrostiaK managed to survive there. Put credit to Dignitas.
That was a very good and well-placed combo. Unfortunately, Luna Conspiracy, it looked like they were going to find a return kill, not able to do it. FrezzOO super deep, trying to steal away back harpies by himself. Shaggyshenk going to scare him off, but this attack speed buff is up. Shaggyshenk He smells it out, but I don't know if he's going to be here in time. Yeah, he will. We'll have to see if he can take it away.
Can they take it away? Well, no. It looks like Shaggyshenk should be able to defend it with an axe of justice to the rescue there. 3-5 is the scoreline. Dignitas with a small lead.
Small, indeed. Nothing too wide. A little bit of poke going out. 140 gold. It's
very small.
1,000 gold lead, though. Most notably probably on FrostiaK, who has 2 levels over Cherryo. Cherryo taking a couple spills recently.
I think around 12 minutes is when we see the Gold Fury start to be contested, and I'm wondering which side is going to be the one to aggress onto it first. Do you expect it to be Conspiracy?
It's not going to be anyone aggressing in a 5v5. It's going to be whoever gets poked out. Zashu,
ults
up for variety. He's going to make sure that he's not in vision when he tries to do this
sneaky
snipe.
Plays. This is blind.
Yeah.
Blind attempt. I like the idea. I love the
shot.
idea. The blind attempts are always nice. Speed buff is available for Cherryo here. FrostiaK should know this because they tried to invade this last time round, I believe. FrostiaK will find Cherryo, who's just used his double tap, so there's no escape. The wall is good. Cherryo gets his speed buff and gets out of town.
Just barely, but I mean, now that Thor ult is down and Cherryo, or excuse me, FrostiaK.
Doesn't matter, got speed.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, got speed. That's all junglers need to have.
These players are throwing me off, FrostiaK and Cherryo, because they switched gods.
Yeah, completely.
I keep saying Cherryo, no ultimate available. Oh, look at that taunt. His hammer, did he use that?
Portal was even bigger, and he gets bursted down the Fana. Weevil secures the kill in the end from FrostiaK after some nice burst damage combo once again between FrezzOO and ShadowNightmare with these taunts into big vanishes.
FrezzOO is doing a fantastic job of abusing Cherryo every time Mjolnir's attunement is down. And honestly, Cherryo has kind of baited himself leveling up Mjolnir's because you want to poke. You want to get that damage off. That's the point. You're not really looking to hard engage with the Berserker's Barrage in a team fight. You're looking to get poke off so your team can then force an engagement while the other players are on low health. But Cherryo, in doing so, is leaving himself open for FrezzOO to find those taunts.
Left on Hop, he's going to go to Dignitas here as well. As you can see, Shaggyshenk actually trying to freeze out experience away from Rens. Look where
iRens
EmilZy
knows
is.
that EmilZy's there. Right?
Because
iRens
it's from
is
the ward.
like, no.
That's why. It's pretty simple. EmilZy's like, does he know? Does he know? Does he know?
He doesn't know.
And Shaggy's like, I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows. Oh yeah, he knows. He just ricocheted randomly. Yeah, he's got to know. Yeah, he knows. And EmilZy's like, I don't think he does. I'm gonna just wait. I don't want experience. Ah, forget it. I'm just coming in. Hi, hi, EmilZy. Chill out.
He is loving Blink recently.
That was a big attempt there. That, to be fair, if he landed it, we would have been like, oh, the plays! But realistically, I was like, oh no.
FrostiaK taking a trip over to the solo lane, but that ward gonna smell it out.
Zashu Gold Fury called though
away from that
from
one.
Conspiracy. They're gonna go for this one and attempt it around 11 minutes, which I kind of expected here. Through space and time, fired off into the distance. And actually caught Cherryo on the rotation away from it. Like the action from Shaggyshenk there, you see that? He threw it at the portal like, no pull, bad pull.
Dignitas is actually now going to be pulling it. Cherryo still has ultimate. ShadowNightmare and FrostiaK are playing zone duty. Shaggyshenk going real deep into it. He's taking a lot of poke, and the Gold Fury isn't low enough. Jumps over the back line, getting turned on by Rens. Rens finds it. Cherryo comes crashing down. Gold Fury so low. EmilZy, he's playing zone. He's locking down 2 players. Gold Fury still not done.
Gold Fury does go down. I'm not sure who to yet. As Aero is actually going to find the kill. Sorry, actually fall down to FrostiaK. FrostiaK doing great work here, looking for the pick onto Zashu as well, which Rens will find. And Dignitas get the Gold Fury, and only one member of Conspiracy stays alive.
EmilZy going to do his best to try and defend this tower, but I don't think it's going to be happening. His pool is down. Rens, in the meantime, going to be split pushing.
Yeah, no one's here to defend this. Left. And with the sustain coming up from Variety, those minions are never going to die anytime today. Tier 1 tower in the mid will fall. Meanwhile, like you said, Rens pushing the Tier 1 on the left-hand side. Has he got enough minions to pick up that tower as well? I don't think so. Well, maybe.
He's trying to clear it off. I don't think he will. 3 archers up, and you can actually see Cherryo coming off a spawn. No, not going to be enough.
No. Wise of him to realise that as well and just back away immediately before. You can see Cherryo actually jump to his hammer there to try and swing around the back even quicker. They won't find the pick onto him, but right inside, Zashu, a little bit pushed up here, does have his tower. ShadowNightmare gets stunned out by the Tiger stance.
Ultimate, but it might be forced out.
Zashu's in a good spot. Shadow actually loses more of that trade than the gank onto Zashu.
What? Shadow? Okay.
He just gets out.
No, Shadow was trying to one-shot him. What Shadow was trying to do was hit Unstable Vortex immediately into the ult and combo kill him.
It's not that easy. I mean, you can do it if you time it perfectly right. But Zashu's, for me, he's gone for the exact correct build again. He's up against double magical mid lane and solo laner. So he's gone once again for the Emerald Talisman. He was almost unkillable last game, and he showed with some of the rotations they made to try and pick him. Has been picked a couple of times this time round, though. So, but he's still going to probably make the same impact he was last game as the game goes on.
He's going to try here. Just going to... Actually, he's really out-farmed right now, though. just hit level 13. He was 3 levels behind Variety, now only 2. Variety hasn't gone into any stacking items yet, but it looks like he's starting up Book of Thoth for now.
Left-hand Harp is going to be contested a little bit between the 2 support players there, and with ShadowNightmare on the way over, EmilZy quickly backs away. Left-hand side though, Haunted Jewel is on. Ren's winning that trade so far, and Shaggyshenk missing most of his abilities, but he's got a rotation from EmilZy coming in. Beads preemptively, very well played by Ren's. Ricochet does not find its mark, so Shaggy will be out, but now it looks like the tree is in trouble.
Beads used by EmilZy, juking out. It looks like he wants to fight, and that's because Cherryo and Aero are coming crashing down. ShadowNightmare locked in place. There's the burst potential. Ren's trying to get out. EmilZy going to be chasing him down, turning his sights to FrezzOO. He finds the pluck over the wall. Aero, does he have Shadow Lock up? Doesn't look like he does. Rooted in place. FrezzOO, you're locked down. That pull by EmilZy, though.
I mean, Fatal Evil comes in, though, from FrostiaK, and he picks up 1. The bounce goes to Aero. Aero under a bit of pressure here. Silence, and the root is going to say, no, little monkey, I'm not interested. The tree in trouble, though, as Renz is backing him up. Leaps in, finds the knock-up. Monkey bounces. No pull connects. Both of them disengage. But I'm not sure about the pull, because the pull nearly got Athena away. That wasn't my issue. Preemptive strike back to the tower and you're in safety. Meanwhile, though, Shaggyshenk does push mid, looking for a tier 2 as well, and still nobody's here to defend this.
I mean, this is a tier 2 for a tier 1. I'd say this is in favor of London Conspiracy. As long as they can get the tier 2, I don't know if they're going to be able to. You could actually see ShadowNightmare coming in to defend it. Shaggyshenk might commit to this, but ShadowNightmare, he's trying to body block
here. He's probably dead. Oh, the beats with it. He's going to try and take on Janus, but the taunt from Frezzy says, no, not today. Has to speed himself up if he can. Leap is available in a second. No, FrostiaK, he's going to cut off his option of escape. The monkey smashes in his face. He'll jump to it soon after. Leaps and finds the pick. Fear no evil. Shaggyshenk falls down for a tier 2, and the fight's going to continue.
ShadowNightmare ults through, but he's forced out of the fight immediately, and now it's FrezzOO. Fighting off Zashu. Looks like a disengage from both teams, but this game has been back and forth. Dignitas currently
picked up
after this like 30-minute engagement in a 15-minute game, up 2,000.
But the shadow step from Aero to go inside Cherryo and then use the dunk down and find that big deletion of the target over in the dual lane so early was fantastic in that little skirmish.
I'm pretty sure that this fight has been going on since the last Gold Fury was taken, and this is the first time both of them have stopped fighting. So a 4-minute engagement across the map for Dignitas and LC. Dignitas taking a trip over to the solo lane.
They'll get the tower now.
Here just for the tier.
Well, actually, no, teleport is available for Zashu, so he should be able to teleport back and save it.
Don't teleport into tier 1.
Do you think it's worthwhile? He's going to teleport in here, try and defend it. The boys of Dignitas, though, they're trying to siege it up. FrostiaK just going to ignore the monkey for now and continue whacking away on the tower. Zashu loses his tower. Thor is up. Thor is down.
Beats used. FrostiaK going to be turning this one on Zashu. Big crits coming through. Variety hits the huge snipe. Zashu falls. And now EmilZy caught in between 4. He knocks them up. London Conspiracy, though, they're not in place to help them right now.
Oh, but now with Aero support here, they need to be careful. The sun's rained down onto the tree. He's in the heal as well, so he's slow again. Big Ricochet connects from Renz as well to stun him one more time. Meanwhile, FrostiaK does finally pick him up, and the pressure is still on from Dignitas.
The heal from Variety going to be able to keep them back in this fight. FrezzOO going to take a lot of poke, but Shadow Step away is Aero, and Variety, like I said, healing up his team.
All that work in the mid lane from Conspiracy. We saw Shaggyshenk go deep in mid to pick up a tier 2, but ever since then, the rotation from Dignitas to push him out, find the kills, then they get a tier 2 tower back as well. And now they have, for me, I feel Dignitas have the career advantage.
My word. Cherryo is level 12. FrostiaK is level 17. He is 8, 0, and 6. He has been a part of every single kill. FrostiaK has been in control of this game, and his Fear No Evil placement has been perfect. He's finding multiple members and pushing them both the direction his team needs them to be pushed.
But we know, we've said multiple times, FrostiaK needs to have a good game for Dignitas to do well, and they are doing well right now. Surprised they didn't go for the full Gold Fury there. Why is the call? Is it because they see him at the fire? It must be. They must expect him at the fire gen. There's a through space and time fired. So Conspiracy will be well aware that he's on cooldown.
They left Renz, though, to solo it out, and he's going to be able to grab that one.
And now he can even split push tier 2 if he wants to, because all these boys are busy on this right side of the map. He will get left on Harpies for the time being. And Conspiracy looking for a way back into this. Looks like he wants to play safe.
He doesn't want to be too risky. He doesn't have vision on every single member of London Conspiracy. He doesn't know who has rotated back. You can see iRens. He needs to rotate himself. He can't have a fight break out, be a 5v4 in favor of London Conspiracy, so he's rotated back to the mid lane. iRens has once again had a very respectably respectively quiet game.
Well, everyone had over like 1,000 gold there for Dignitas, so you can see them all quickly nipping back to base to purchase some items and extend their builds.
Almost 3,000 for variety here.
Crazy.
He's going to be taking
Full
a
Book
trip
of
to the
Thoth.
base. What's he going to buy? He's going to complete his Book of Thoth and start up a penetration item.
Penetration is going to be coming online from. Can we check on the graphs as well and just see the experience and gold differential to see how this game's gone on? You can see how he's dipped backwards and forwards, but he's always been in Dig's favor since around this 11-minute mark.
There's only been one time where we could see London Conspiracy really have swung it in their favor. That was after, I think, getting a couple kills at the Gold Fury fight.
But up and down a little bit, but still, every time Dignitas are finding these leads. And now only 2 towers remain on the side of London Conspiracy. A few more on the side of Dignitas is in the jungle. FrostiaK.
Crippled out, he can't teleport.
He does manage to get away with the shadow step though. EmilZy on the front line looking for a pull, doesn't find it though. And now Variety's going to join the battle as well, as both teams are starting to edge up on this mid lane.
Dignitas has full control. This one actually double play Sentry Wards. A little bit of a misplay there to waste 150 gold.
Hey, double the safety.
Double the safety.
Double the safety. Because if they drop one Sentry Ward, they
takes six hits.
Wait,
or
it takes 6 hits?
three auto attacks from Sylvanus.
Super secure. Keep an eye on FrezzOO though. I expect to see a big taunt on from him. He's looking for 2 or 3 members. Maybe FrostiaK will follow up after that as well, after the bees are used.
Everywhere. And
Look
you know,
at deep
a lot of
ward
Conspiracy, they know this is here. Dignitas looking to see just up. Cherryo is
on
around the side.
Doesn't find the wall or the double taps. That's on cooldown for a second.
Zashu's going way too deep.
He got
What
bursted.
in the world?
Oh,
He
deleted.
is not that far ahead. Aero takes a snipe to the face. FrostiaK
Oh
gonna
my
lock
God,
him down
Frosty.
too. That's
Chill
2
out.
dead on the side of London Conspiracy already. EmilZy forced to ult defensively. Nice beats to get over the portal, but he's going to be slowed by the jump from FrostiaK. Taunted in place. A couple more swings should finish off EmilZy, but it looks like he'll snake out of that one just barely. 2 dead on the side of LC, though.
That was, for me, FrostiaK made the play of the season for his personal play, but hang on, ShadowNightmare got pulled into a terrible spot there. Shaggyshenk finds the kill. EmilZy does manage to escape with his life, but still, Dignitas can look to siege down this Phoenix in the mid lane. They've got enough members to bring this one down. Shaggyshenk forced back away. But go back to that fight. FrostiaK held his monkey. The monkey landed on aero, and he waited for aero to disengage, and then jumped him on the backside and picked up the kill. It was a really good play.
FrostiaK is on point right now, playing out of his mind, and really the reason that Dignitas are 9,000 gold ahead. Fire Giant hasn't been taken yet, but Dignitas going to be spending all the gold they just earned.
Well, Dignitas trying to keep the American dream alive because they're coming over to the Super Regionals. If they can keep up with these performances, they will have to find a win here, and one against Myrmidons at least, to solidify their chance at coming to the Regionals. But at the moment, this game's still not over, and Conspiracy, well, they were in a similar situation last game and came back to win.
Probably not. Dignitas, I don't think, was ever this far ahead, though, right? It was more like 3,000, 4,000, I think 5,000 at its peak. Cherryo going to have to try and farm up as much as he can. We've seen some really nice plays come out from the dual lane of LC. Shaggyshenk and EmilZy comboing very well to lock down ShadowNightmare in that last fight, but it's going to be hard for them to repeatedly do this. You can see Team Dignitas, level 20s across the board for the most part. ShadowNightmare still 3 behind. Ren's a couple behind, but Variety and FrostiaK are huge.
Really, really big is FrostiaK with that Deathbringer online. Mailer renewal as well, so we can stay in the action a little bit longer. Dignitas trying to siege up the Fire Giant now because EmilZy is the first one on the forefront. He knows it's been started, so he has to walk in, blinks, but it's not even started yet. Gets a big ultimate off. Cherryo dunks in as well. Some nice damage coming out from London Conspiracy. Snipe hits, and Zashu is going to fall down before he can even get onto the cloud. And now the aggression from Dignitas can continue because the sustain from Variety is supported.
Oh, ShadowNightmare! His ultimate just streaks straight through aero, locking him down. Immediately turns and kills Cherryo. EmilZy falls as well. Shaggyshenk versus iRens. Let it play out. Let's see who wins. It looks like it's going to be iRens taking that one. And Dignitas
should be game.
Should win game here. I mean,
it should be game. This should be a split in. Well, Dignitas will come back into this one and find the win in response to Conspiracy earlier. Dignitas could have technically Dignitas could have walked away with both these games if game 1 went a little bit differently.
They made a couple mistakes in game 1, but game 2 they played a very strong game, really well executed. FrostiaK, the big one here, as the Order Titan takes out ShadowNightmare.
Well, it keeps EU very interesting with that split because we still don't know who the 6 teams are that are going to make it. We've still got Justice versus Myrmidons, which could impact that. That's on Sunday. We'll find out about that.
Myrmidons are in full control of their destiny.
And Conspiracy,
same with Dignitas.
Conspiracy split in there, that helps them out a little bit and potentially chasing down Titan if that's what they're looking for.
It keeps them away from 6th spot where, I'd say they have the easier matchup against right now Titan, unless unless they want to face Fnatic or Paradigm,
Well,
and I don't see them wanting to do that.
let's go back to the beginning of this game, look at the first blood from this one, and it was Shaggyshenk who picked this up with a nice combo with his dual lane buddy, and the nice pull.
Yeah, this was, and then Shaggyshenk just hitting the nice axe. That was just the pressure that Sylvanus puts out. We don't see it too often anymore because Sylvanuses can get picked very hard. Dignitas didn't really focus the support down this game, found their wins elsewhere, really in extended counter engagements from FrostiaK's rotation. But you could see Sylvanus controls the lane. They weren't able to really turn that into a win, though.
Have a look at the Alpha Draft top performance from that game as well and see how that
FrostiaK,
one
number 1, right?
squad up.
Oh, yeah.
FrostiaK, well, he had to be. He had a great performance. Variety right behind him. And the one that we talk about the most, ShadowNightmare, sat in the middle of the pack. For me, the whole team played very, very well.
FrostiaK, though, 20 points ahead of Variety. I don't know if he had 100% kill participation, but at 14 kills, he was 8-0-6, so he had 100% then. And then there was a lot of team fighting. I think there was some kills without him, but FrostiaK, phenomenal.
Really good performance from FrostiaK. He is the MVP of the game, as you'd expect, on that some Wukong, Batz. And he's also going to be our interview for today. FrostiaK, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm good.
So, good performance from you today. That Batz game was crazy good.
Yeah, it was really good. I really had to do something after I missed literally everything in the first game.
Yeah, the Thor didn't seem to work out as well as this one did for you because you were just on point with landing the Fear No Evils. The monkey bounces worked perfectly for you as well. There's a bit of RNG in there, and you got some nice crits as well.
Yeah, game wrote really well for me, but of course my team helped me with literally everything I had to do, so it's
you
not
guys,
like I did everything alone.
Since we talked about the Super Regionals, we extended to 6 teams. You guys have been slowly edging yourself into that 6th position. You're still in 6 right now, but Myrmidons can still catch you. Next week's going to be a big game for you two. Do you expect to win that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward, but maybe we won't have to. If justice to our Myrmidons, we are still secured, so
That's true.
we just have to, yeah.
So, FrostiaK, for me, I'm looking at your team, and a lot of it comes down to you really having phenomenal games, and ShadowNightmare as well, and everyone else kind of playing their roles. We see a lot of inconsistencies kind of from the bottom end, where you see Epsilon when they play up to their potential, or even you guys, right? You guys can play up to the top team's potential. What are you guys trying to do to become more consistent as individuals and as a team?
We just have to start more practice, like all of us have school and stuff like that, so we just have to arrange more scrims and play every day. I guess that should help.
So good work from you guys today. Any shout-outs you want to give before we let you go, FrostiaK, to any fans at home?
Yeah, of course, shout out to our fans, sponsors, and of course Team Dignitas. And Shadow for making me doing the interview again, even that was his time.
Why don't you like doing interviews?
Yeah, I hate it.
You hate doing interviews. Why? You scared of getting fined?
Yeah. I don't have that much money to throw away, dude.
Okay.
Well, maybe you do if you can make the regionals. Good luck to you, Dignitas, and the rest of Dignitas, I should say, as that closes us out with the end of EU today, Adonis. Good games, to be fair. It was interesting to watch.
Yeah, both of the games. You know, Epsilon trying the role swap there, giving us some pretty interesting games, and then Dignitas versus LC splitting in 2 pretty contentious games.
Very contentious, and that could be a big issue for both teams. Let's have a look at the standings of Europe, though, and see exactly where this shakes things up. With only 2 sets left in EU this week.
The big one for me right now is Fnatic and Paradigm both vying for that 2nd seed. An automatic bye through the first round in regionals, and you are guaranteed, even if you lose in those semifinals, to have a shot at the wild card slot for Worlds. It is critical for both these teams when they face off to find a 2-0 victory.
Not only that, it just means you're 1 win away, because you get to regionals with a bye, and it means you're 1 win away from going to Worlds.
Yes.
Very, very important matchup there at the top, which will be played tomorrow, which is the game of the week. But you can see that Dignitas, well, they keep their 6th spot today. Will it stay? We'll find out. But now it's time to move over to North America and see what Across the Pond has in store for us.
Denial versus Envy, game up next.